big announcement in Toronto. They made Hunter the assistant general manager. Now you're going to start hearing in this month, as they get ready for training camp, I guess some administrative changes. Do you see this as a positive? Or
well, number one, I don't think it should be a big announcement. Hunter's been doing it most of the time anyway.
Yeah, that's exactly true, Phil.
Title, that's all.
I think Hunter precipitated it, though, Phil. I think
Probably said, look, either I get this title or else I'm moving on.
And I've had enough of Lamoriello. I assume he's finished within the next 2 years. If he's not, I have opportunities elsewhere.
I agree. That I think he is done in the next. I wouldn't be surprised if.
Your deal. I don't think they can put up with his stupidity for 3 years.
Well, no, I don't give a shit about the deal. They can pay him off, and they'll be fine with it.
Hasn't been an asset at all to them.
Lou Lamoriello?
Yes. The way he talks down to people pisses me off. Who does he think he is? Phil knows what I'm saying.
But Billy,
I do, but I mean, they brought Lou Lamoriello in there. I personally think it was a deal made by Bettman to bring him in, and because they wanted to get New Jersey sold, and they didn't want to embarrass Lou, and he asked him to resign, and he did, and then he takes the job here. And he takes the job, I think, personally, to be a mentor for either Hunter or for
Dubas.
Shanahan.
Well, this isn't fair because I'm a big Shanahan guy, but I can tell you that I asked the question, why did they hire Lamoriello? And the answer was very succinct from an executive in the NHL underneath Bettman.
There you go.
Because Shanahan is the laziest guy in hockey.
Wow. That's the first I heard of that, Billy.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm a Shanahan guy, but I'm telling you, that's what it is.
Yeah.
How else do you bring in Lamoriello?
He sat around and did nothing that first year. I'll agree with that.
Well, the story is that he spends most of his time in Cape Cod or New York. He's not in Toronto very often.
No.
But if you
Not
have
very often at all.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I like Brendan too. I really like Shanny too. I think he's a good guy, and I think he has the final say, don't you, Bill?
Oh, yes. But, Phil, the final say is one thing. You could have handled that job quite easily.
Oh, Christ, yeah.
Every 23 hours in the day when you were out looking for hockey players, or you were looking for areas to increase the marketing effect, or you were looking for season ticket holders. You know what you have to do.
Yep, that's right. You got to do what you got to do.
Yep, and it's more than a singular approval job. And I think if that, in fact, is true, and I don't for a second suggest it is, but that's the story.
Okay.
Well, every year the Leafs, without missing a beat, have raised the ticket prices.
You raised them again this year?
Yep.
Yeah.
They do. Every year they do. That's Frank's point. However minuscule, they raise them.
Wow.
And it's I would say, and my guys can fact check it, I would say that the highest priced hockey ticket in the world is here in Toronto.
Yeah.
I agree.
And for very little return.
Charges, but that's the only one that would be close.